Jay Barabee with Jay Barabee Coaching here today. And first off, if you like my videos and if you're getting a lot from the content here and the training, then go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And today I have for you 2 database scripts. One of them for someone who's been in your database who you haven't spoken to for quite some time. And then the other one who is for people who you are just thinking of, which is actually really powerful, and I'm going to show you all about that. So use these 2 database scripts and others. Check out more videos or more audio podcasts from me. The links are below, and enjoy. Here it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna do the I'm gonna be the caller, and okay, you'll just be the other person.
I'll be the answerer.
Yeah, be the answerer.
I'll be the answer. Caller and the answer. Okay.
Okay. You guys ready?
They're ready. We're ready.
You ready?
Are you ready?
Is there any questions you want to ask? Anything you want to say?
No, I'm excited about doing this. Let's do it.
I'm excited too. Hold on. Let me have a sip of water then.
Yeah, make sure we get that.
Going down. I got Smart Water. This is not brought to you by Smart Water, but I'm just showing. Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Mark.
Hi, this is Mark.
Yeah, hey, Mark. It's Jay from XYZ Realty. How you doing?
I'm good. Where are you from again?
It's Jay from XYZ Realty. I had sold you that house a while back.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks. Hey, you know, it's I know it's been a while, like a long time since we last spoke, and honestly, I want to just call and apologize for not calling you since then. My business has been growing a lot, and things have kind of got in the way, so I've neglected the most important people in my life, my past clients. So how have things been?
Things have been good. It's kind of weird that you actually called me because I think I might want to do some business, actually.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, as you know, we purchased the house a couple of years ago, and we're kind of thinking our kids are grown and out. We have a little bit too much space, but not enough. So actually, we're thinking about possibly downsizing, maybe. So it's kind of weird that you called me at this time, but.
Okay, cool. So here, let's break. There's one, two, hold on. Okay, so there's 3 different elements of this script. The first element is the reconnect. So it's opening that dialogue up. One of 2 things can happen. Number 1, they have an immediate real estate need, which usually doesn't happen. But then number 2 is, you know, they don't have an immediate real estate need, so you go to the next element of the script. So that was great, because if all of those calls were made,
it was a little easy.
Yeah, and a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, but I mean, I would say 1 to 2% of the time, you will have someone who has an immediate need. So if you have 300 people in your database and you call all of them within, say, 1 month, you're pretty much going to get 1 or 2 deals almost guaranteed. Yeah, and that's probably pretty conservative.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah. So okay, yeah, that was kind of a layup. Why don't you make it a little bit more difficult for me there?
Okay.
So you don't remember me, and
I don't remember you, and I don't have any needs right now.
Yeah, but don't be a jerk about it, okay? Yeah, you know what, Mark? I know it's been a while since we last spoke, and honestly, I just want to call and apologize. My business has been growing a lot, and things kind of got in the way, you know, life got in the way, and I neglected really important people in my life, and it's my past clients. So I was just giving you a call to see how things have been.
Things are good. What are you calling for?
Well, I had sold you that house a couple of years back, and I just kind of wanted to check to see where you're at, any questions that you have on the market, and reconnect as your local agent here.
No, I'm pretty good. You know, we were satisfied with everything that you had done for us, and we're just enjoying the house right now.
Okay, great. Well, I appreciate it, Mark, and I'm glad that you guys were happy with my service. That's really important. And, you know, I'm glad we reconnected, and when you or anyone that you know has any questions about the market, would you contact me right away?
Yeah, if anyone happened to ask, yeah, absolutely. I definitely send them your route. Yeah, but you know, as most people already have realtors, brothers realtors, friends realtors, so on and so forth. So.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally get that. Now, what we did there was the segue into the second element of that script, which is I'm glad we reconnected, setting the tone. Who do you know? Or when you have needs, you'll reach out to me right away, won't you? So I'm setting that expectation. I'm planting that seed. Just like any good marketing, we all know that it takes 20 to 30 touches for someone to want to do business with you again, to know, like, and trust you. So in this case, this is why one of these elements is the phone call, and then we also have emails that you'll send to them, and other pieces that you have integrated into your database system. So so we set the expectation there, and then what we're at that point, what I'll do is I'll say, let me shoot you a quick email to make sure that I have the right address. So what's the email address? And that way we're reconfirming the email address. You're updating your database at the same time, which is always really convenient.
Right.
And then we go into the last element.
Okay.
And then what I would say, great, now that we're connected, you'll probably hear from me every 3 months or so, if not more, just to check in and see what questions you have about the real estate market at that time. Make sense?
Definitely.
Yeah. Because if I say make sense, so yeah, I was talking to you. Sorry, I didn't let you know.
No, it's okay.
So if I say makes sense, or excuse me, if I say make sense, then Mark's going to say yes. He's going to have an affirmative reaction to it. And that's what we want. We want someone to say yes, yes, yes. That's the whole point.
I'm used to saying that.
Yeah. I know it's been a long time since, so kind of just to run through the beginning again. Let's do a whole call, Mark.
Okay.
For that,
Okay.
and go ahead and just make believe. Don't give me any business at this time, but.
Okay.
Just allow me to kind of go through the script naturally.
Okay.
So,
all right, cool.
Hey, is this Mark?
Yes, this is Mark.
Mark, what's going on? It's Jay from XYZ Realty. How you doing?
Good, Jay. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, thanks.
Good, good.
Hey, I know it's been a long time since we last spoke, and I wanted to apologize for not calling you in a while. My business has been growing, things kind of got in the way, and what ended up happening was most important people in my life and in my business, my past clients, got neglected. So I'm sorry about that.
It's cool. No apology needed. I understand life happens. It's okay. I understand.
Yeah, it definitely does. Hey, so Mark, how have things been?
Good, man. The house is wonderful. We constantly have family here now that we're down here full time, so we're really enjoying it and just making the very best of that right now.
Awesome. Yeah, things. That's great to know, and definitely love the fact that you guys are enjoying the place and that you have family there.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm glad we reconnected. And Mark, when you or anyone is looking to get any kind of market update or needs anything in real estate, would you call me right away?
Yeah, we would definitely put you out there. We were very impressed with the way you handled our situation. So yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mark. Hey, let me do this. Let me shoot you a quick email so that I make sure that I have the right one on in my right in front of me here.
Okay.
What's the best email address for you?
Mark at therealsouthwestflorida.com.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, now that we're reconnected, I'll shoot you that email, and you'll hear from me, once every 3 months or so, if not more, just to check in and see what questions you have about the real estate market at that time.
Great. That sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Hey, great for awesome reconnecting, Mark, and I hope you and your family continue to enjoy the house.
Same to you. Thank you so much.
You got it. See? How did that feel?
Good.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about that.
I think that it's very, two things that I definitely noticed. One is that I think it's important that we constantly keep in contact with people because they'll forget about us.
Yeah.
If we're not in front of them. So I think that's huge. Two, I like the idea of pre-framing. That's something that you've always taught me. Getting them to say yes, get them to agree what you're saying. Mm-hmm. So when you put that into play and watching you do that, it helps me understand it better because realistically, if you can't get someone to start saying yes, it's hard for them to not say yes. Mm-hmm. When you're asking those questions. So those are a couple things that I noticed. and that I took from it.
Now, if you were being on the other side of the conversation,
Yes.
if it's been a couple of years since you've heard from me, how did that feel?
If I hadn't talked to you in a couple of years and you're just reconnecting, I probably would question at first who you were, mentally. But I think, again, that goes back to making sure that you're reconnecting, but, more often as far as, not every 2 years, every couple of months, so that they don't forget who you are.
And after the initial piece, then it kind of got easier and it felt more natural.
Correct.
More connected.
Correct.
Awesome.
Correct.
Cool. Okay, that's the Calling to Apologize scripts, which is reconnecting people. And now at that point, what you have to do is make sure that you are connecting with them and following up every 3 months minimum with a phone call. And also, I would highly recommend, if you're not doing this already, implement the weekly email newsletter, weekly video email newsletter. It takes 2 minutes in a video. Send it out to your database each week, and you can let them know ahead of time if you follow up with them with an email after this, and then you make sure that they're on that list to get those emails. Now they're going to be getting hit 50 times, 52 times, whatever, a year with an email, which is going to be value-added content, and they're going to see that and love it. And then you're also calling them, and postcards ideally, but let's just at least start there. This one's easy, nice, and sweet, and this is the Thinking of You script. And this is for anybody in your database. Boom, boom. This one's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking of you.
Yeah. And everybody, to describe this script, everybody wants to be thought of. I mean, when we call someone and we say, hey, I was just thinking about you, that makes us feel special. Mm-hmm. Just like saying our name, right, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely.
If I say your name...
It depends on the situation, but generally if you say my name.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're not in trouble for stealing the cookies.
Right.
Mark Brown, get over here.
Right.
What's your middle name?
Alan.
Yeah, Mark Allen Brown.
Yep.
Get into this kitchen right now.
You're in trouble when you hear all three, that's for sure.
Yeah. But if you're speaking to someone and they're using your name and they were just thinking about you, these are positive. These are positive phrases, and you're also allowing the person on the other end of the line to not feel that you are out for something, because you're not. Okay, right. Like the whole point is you are thinking of them and you want to help them in whatever way possible.
Right.
Okay.
And realistically, that simple phone call could change their day too.
Yeah.
They would be having a pretty bad day, and that call can change it. So.
Yep. Got it. All right. Hey, Mark.
Yes, this is Mark.
Mark, what's going on? It's Jay. How you doing?
Oh, Jay. Hey, what's going on? Retail, real estate agent, yeah?
Yes.
Oh,
Jay,
cool. What's going on, Jay?
Jay Barabee. Yeah, nothing. I was just calling. I had noticed. I was just thinking about you. I had noticed a home a few doors down had just sold, and that was like what, like 5 houses down from you. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's actually 4 houses down. Yeah, the Seversons.
Yeah. How did do you know where they were moving to?
I think they were moving up north. They had some family stuff going on. I think they were just moving up north.
Oh, wow.
To get that stuff taken care of.
Great. Well, yeah, I was just thinking of you. I figured I'd give you a call and
very cool,
and just kind of check in. So, what's been going on?
Same stuff, man. We're just we're just enjoying the house and have tons of family in town, kids in the pool. So we're enjoying it. We're very grateful for what we have.
Great. Well, hey, just wanted to check in. And do you have any questions about the market right now?
No, I mean, I would take that it seems to be okay with the neighbor's house selling. I mean, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it depends on if you're buying or selling. Do you guys have any plans to do anything anytime soon?
I don't think so. I mean, obviously, if we could, if the market's up there and, selling would make sense for us, we might be in the market, but
yeah,
not any immediate needs.
No, not anything immediate.
Right.
If you did sell, where would you guys move?
Probably in the same area. Maybe we just, I don't know, something newer, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll break from that right now. You see, I figured I would check in, see if you had any questions about the market, and then when I got the how's the market
Mm-hmm.
question, a lot of times what happens is we stumble on that
Mm-hmm.
and don't just use a conditioned response, which is, it depends on which communities and if you're buying or selling. What are your plans? You interested in buying or selling in the near future? So what you're doing is you're repeating it, affirming it, and then redirecting to another open-ended question to find out what their plans are,
Right.
Because if you start talking about the market, I mean, it doesn't go anywhere and it doesn't lead your conversation, and all you're doing is answering a question where they're going to ask that question anyway. You see what I mean? So don't worry about that. And then once you redirect into what the plans are, at that point, I asked you the question, if you did sell it, because, you said, and that's what most people will say too. If it makes sense and the numbers make sense.
Right.
And then that's where you really just qualify. And I ask you, okay, yeah, if you did sell the place, where would you move to?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to find out if there is any key motivation there. Because when you said local,
Right.
It made me feel like, it didn't. I'm not hearing anything that's like a dire need to move.
What else could you say to pull it out of them, or if they start asking questions, what are other questions that you can ask him to try to get more motivation if you're not getting the motivation? Or
well, you'll get it. I mean, if there is motivation, they'll say it, they'll tell you, especially if you ask them the right way. For example, when I asked you didn't seem to have any motivation. And you can just kind of tell. I mean, put yourself in someone else's shoes just for a hot second.
Right.
And based on their response, if it doesn't seem like, if it's an answer that you would give if you had no motivation to sell, then guess what? There's no motivation to sell. People aren't typically hiding anything on purpose. They're just waiting for the right question to be asked.
Right. So what if I had said, well, what is my house looking like in the market right now? How do you handle that?
Yeah, so basically it's the same question, just asked in a different way, and I would handle it very similar.
Okay.
I'd say, well, I can take a look at it to give you an exact number, because I wouldn't want to just ballpark it anyway.
Right.
If if the numbers are right for you, are you guys planning on moving anytime soon?
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm showing them, and we spoke about this the other day, benefit question.
Right.
If the numbers are good for you, there's the benefit. Would you be interested in selling it still?
Right.
And then I'm redirecting the conversation.
Okay.
So, make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So then, I figured I'd check in to see if you had any questions with the market, and let's say that you said no, then I would ask you, what are your plans, or who do you know that's looking to buy or sell? So I would just kind of segue into that.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it. I mean, the thinking of you is pretty simple. It's just opening up the conversation to, okay, I captured your attention. I'm thinking of you. Now we're compelling because we're having a conversation, and I'm finding out also if there's any type of motivation to make any moves in real estate, and then, converting or just closing the conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Done.
That's it. All right, guys. If you had any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and I'll get you some answers. Deuces.